Hey everybody, what's up? Justin Sisk here again with another episode of What We Think Happened. And if you guys saw the last episode, then you know who these two people are. And if you saw the episodes that they were in, you also know who they are. We of course have Rachel Both and John Langin with me here today. We're going to be talking about the Wendigo episode that we did. That we talked about Jack Fiddler and his brother going around killing people that they suspected were Wendigos. So, we have the Wendigo herself right here.
Yep.
And we've got Jack Fiddler over here. So, let's get into it. So what do you guys think about Wendigos? Because I know that me and a lot of other people I've talked to, when you get into Native American folklore, people have a little bit more tendency to either believe it or not want to talk about it because they think that there's a possibility that it exists. So what do you guys think about the Wendigo?
I honestly have no idea whether it exists or not. I've not really given it a whole lot of thought. I played one, but that doesn't mean I've thought about them.
I believe in them. I think they're real.
Oh. So what makes you, if you don't mind me asking, what makes you think that what makes it real for you?
You said Native American folklore, and that's why I believe.
Do you believe in Native American folklore? Okay. I mean, honestly, for me, Native American folklore is one of those things that when you talk about it or you read or you learn or something, you have some kind of interaction with it, you do kind of want to stay away from it because for whatever reason, people tend to believe this folklore and these stories a lot more than they do other stories and folklore and stuff like that, because the Indians did tend to be pretty truthful about what they say. They wrote down and they drew what they saw. It wasn't a whole lot of making up. So I think that, honestly, I think that there is a possibility, a higher possibility of there being a Wendigo than there is other particular things. Because, I mean, it depends on what form you're talking about the Wendigo.
It's true.
Yeah.
Like the more beastly form or the more human form that has beastly tendencies. And which version of Wendigo are you thinking?
Exactly. I mean, we could talk about both of them, honestly. I mean, like in this particular case, with Jack Fiddler and his brother, they were killing people that they thought were possessed by the Wendigo. So this particular case, we're talking about the, I guess, more spirit form of a Wendigo, which I'm guessing for some people is more believable.
Well, I find that quite believable, but I mean, I'm a professing and practicing Christian, so I would say that it was a demon.
Oh, yeah.
That's a Wendigo demon, that's what you can call it.
Yeah. We have multiple names for pretty much the same things when it spans across religions. So they could say Wendigo, we could say demon, and we're talking about the same thing. It's just got a different name. I honestly think that those do exist. Spirits that make us do horrible things that we would never do. And there could be a spirit that is particularly honed in on making us do one of the most unspeakable acts we could do as a human, cannibalism. So, I mean, when you look at Christianity, there are demons that are specific demons of certain things. I'm sure there's probably one for cannibalism.
A total amount of demons out there. You can have, they come in all sorts of shapes and sizes and specialities. So.
Exactly. So, what do you guys think about the monster form of it? Like the half-rotting moose, deer monster.
I don't know as much about it. I know what I know of that from Supernatural and from Hannibal. That's about
Those are both good shows.
They're both excellent shows.
If you have a chance, go watch it. What do you think, John?
I mean, it's possible, but I think it happened. They wanted to compare something to a monster, whatever, so they drew pictures of that.
I mean, we do have to remember, and especially when you're doing paranormal things, it's very important to have a skeptical mind, because some of these things are explainable. And if you let your mind go too wild, then it'll actually make what you're looking for be right in front of you. So like say you go in a haunted house, you're looking for ghosts, you're going to find ghosts whether or not they're there or not. Because that's just how our mind works. But like I said, I think that it's a little bit more believable to say that the spirit form of the Wendigo exists rather than the beast form. Now, if there is something running around in the woods, or there might have been at one time, because this might have just been a misidentified animal that we may not have, been able to identify at the time. Maybe still may not be able to identify, and who knows? Maybe it may not even be alive anymore. It might be extinct. So maybe they saw this thing in the woods. They didn't know what it was, so they made it a monster.
Yeah.
So. But like I said, I haven't personally seen one or had an experience with one other than when we were filming you.
Yeah. I was a real live Wendigo that day.
She was really into character. So do you think they were killing people that were possessed by Wendigos? Or do you think that they were mistaken, or do you think that they actually could have been serial killers?
I think it's probably a mix. Probably there were some people who were possessed by Wendigo spirits, but it might have also turned into a witch hunt, or anybody who looked at them funny, or even just anybody who pissed off the wrong person and accused of being one.
I think it's like what you said, you get what you look for.
Yeah.
So they saw the beast, just started killing.
Yeah. So you guys don't think that they were, or at least trying to be serial killers?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think from the personal accounts and the stories and everybody else that was involved with this case, I don't think that they were out to try to kill people. If they were, then they did a very good job of fooling everybody.
Yeah.
But I think that they genuinely believed that these people were possessed by Wendigos, whether they were or not. I think that they believed they were doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Whether or not it was or wasn't. So, you have to throw up the toss of right and wrong there. Maybe there was a couple that were actually possessed, and then they're like, oh, there's more. And then it turned into a Wendigo witch hunt. Mm-hmm. That is the Jack Fiddler Wendigo Hunter case. So, like the last video, I'm Justin.
I'm Rachel.
I'm John.
And we'll see you guys next time.